Hello guys, my name is Sandeep and I'm back with a new video on SCCM. If you are new to my channel, please motivate by subscribing my channel and let's start the new video on the SCCM client installation. So this video I would like to start with the methods with which we can install the SCCM client. First one is the client push method. Second one is the software update point installation, then group policy, then logon script, manual, and it is also now done with Microsoft Intune MDM installation. But in this video, we will be discussing about client push installation. So before that, we have to make some arrangements which we call as prerequisites for SCCM client installation. First one is the boundary group settings. Your boundary groups settings should be proper. It should have the distribution point and management point as the member, and you can create a boundary group as per your need. It can be on the IP address or the AD site, but it should be properly configured with the servers management point distribution points. Okay, first thing. Second one is SCCM must have local admin rights on the client. So let's go to the client and I will show you. So this group, if you do this lusrmgr.msc, let me just open it again so that you get to know how I open it with the command. If you type lusrmgr.msc, press enter, it will open. You can go to groups administrator, and this is my SCCM server. If there is any administrator server group, you can add the group, but I do not have any such group in my lab environment, so I created this. I added this SCCM server in the local admin group so that my SCCM has the local admin rights on this machine, which is important. Okay, it should have admin dollar access. Admin dollar should be accessible from SCCM so that it can copy files to the C drive of this machine, of the client machine. So how can we verify that? Let's go to the site configuration, then sites, and I will show you the client installation settings. You can right click or you can also go to settings and you can click on this option, client push installation. So I have my account configured here, but if you do not have this account, if it is empty, you have to add one client push installation account. Now, how to test? Like if I'm adding a new account and I'll be using the same one which I already have, as I have only one account. So we'll go to lab admin, then I will type the password. Sorry about that. Let's type the password and verify. I will type the machine name, client 1, admin dollar, and I click on test connection. Connection was successfully verified. That means this account have the access to the admin dollar rights or the local admin rights on the machine. Let's go back to a prereq sheet. So these all are checked. Now comes the client push installation firewall exceptions. So this is outbound and inbound file and printer sharing. This should be allowed. That means client machine should be able to send and receive the files. So this should be the outbound and inbound rule. For WMI access, client SCCM will only access the WMI of the client machine, so it should be a inbound rule because client machine will not be accessing. It will be from SCCM client to from SCCM to SCCM client, uh, from SCCM to client machine. WMI inbound rule should be there. Next, TCP port 10123 should be accessible for this is for the client notification, and if this port is somehow SCCM, it's not open from the client machine, it's blocked some kind of by antivirus or Windows firewall, then it will fall back to the port TCP port 80 or 443. If machine is on HTTP, it will take 80, and if it is HTTPS, it will take 443. For the remote control, configuration manager also have a remote control. For that, it uses TCP port 2701, so this should be open as an inbound port. And these are the ports, some additional ports which should also be open. First one is the SMB port, server message block, which should be open between site server and client computer. So that means it should be open both sides, from client machine to site server and from site server to client machine, because it will be exchanging some information. Next one is the RPC port 135. It should be open both sides. Dynamic port range should be open. HTTP ports 80, 8530 and HTTPS port 443. If it is HTTPS 443 and 8530, 8531, sorry, 443 and 8531 should be open for HTTPS. So basically, these all are the prereqs. Once this is done, you can install the client. If there is any additional error, you have to check the log and solve that particular error. So that's it from the prereq side, and we will now we will be starting with the client installation, client push installation from the console. So let's go back to the console, and we will be using this client 1 for the client installation.